Hello all, and welcome to the most anticipated video game of 2020. Hooked on You. A Dead by Daylight dating sim. As promised, you all hit the like goal for the trailer reaction, so I will of course be going for Spirit. Now, I have heard Spirit is a tough cookie to crack. Is what quitters would say. Absolutely pathetic. Spirit, by the end of this, I will have you on your knees begging for marriage. This, I promise you. All right, with that out of the way, God, I don't know what to really expect. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? I've heard the writing for the game is actually, wait, welcome to your dream vacation. Before we get started, what shall we call you? There's only one title I go as, and that title is Stalky Boy. What? What? They did that? Behavior did this on purpose? Stalky, oi? Stalky, oi! Oi there, Gov. I'll just be Stalky. I've heard the writing for the game is actually very, like, witty and cute and fun and clever. I don't know if I will agree. Or I probably will, because I've heard from a lot of people that it's funny. All right. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet. Salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. Gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. No. What you do know is that despite the outraged beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Oh no. Wow. Really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. Well, I mean, we're all gonna die, but... an eternity, if you catch my drift. Sorry, Stalky, may I continue? Please go. Hey, I didn't say that! Okay, so it speaks for you. Okay, that's neat. As I was... As I was saying... You look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Zombie? A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit. A stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other through your mind, where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Fight! I just don't know who. When you close your eye, dig up that face. God, where am I gonna run to? So let's just dig up the face. I'm a killer main, baby. You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. Oh, shiny. There is no body, just this head as you pick it up. Flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. Darn right, Ocean. The absolute Ocean. You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose. And so you deposit it into the sea. Why? That's a nice coin you've got there. What if you were to spend it right now? On what? No. No. No thanks, it's mine. Look, I'm gonna level with you here. That coin you found, it's mine. I dropped it yesterday and I've been looking all over for it. Dropped it into a dead person's mouth? Could you just give it back? Sure, I'll give it back. If it was yours, I would like an explanation though. Fine. You hand the coin over to the narrator. I mean, me, I guess. It makes sense. Trust me. In exchange, you'll receive the answer to one of the following questions. How do I win the spirit heart? This isn't any of that. How did I get... Okay, where am I? How did I get here? Can I have my gold coin back? My gold coin! I didn't really care about that much. I kind of want to know where I am. I don't know if I... But how did I get here is an interesting one, too. You know, it's all in the past. Where am I now? Where am I? You're about 10 miles away from an intellectual property lawsuit. I'm sorry, what? Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. You didn't give me an answer, you crummy man. Ah! Volleyball? God, the killers already know I'm no good at sports! When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please? You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Ah! Bunny lady! Ah! Wraith! I mean, who's that? Oh, well. Hey, Trapper, how you doing? 4 gorgeous monsters standing halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. I want the volleyball court. Move out of the way! Except you, Spirit. You can come with me. Oh, they all blink. But do you blink? Yeah, he blinked. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you. Ooh, nasty. Via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. She does have blood. I mean, the rest of them... Okay, he's the only one without killer vibes, which is lore accurate. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. That sentence feels weird to me. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and pick up at this monstrous lineup. Well, literal monsters. Sexy ass monsters, though. What do you do? Say nothing. Do nothing. No thanks. This is my ball. I'll toss it back. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Oh, I bet each of those options correlated to a person. Yes, and Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. No judging here. Try hard much? No, Spirit! Damn you, world! They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again. A feeling I know all too well. You look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Well, they didn't kill me. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. I mean, the trapper's hands were looking kind of bloody, friend. But at the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Yeah, Huntress acknowledged me. Don't be scared, Stalky. You were made for this. I was made to date. I was made to date. If the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. All right, so you know what? I take back everything I said on the reaction. This game is phenomenal. This is great. I can already tell this is going to be a fun experience. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. All right, yeah, let's go. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. What the heck, man? You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. I'm sorry. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I told for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. I also heard that. My mother, very wise woman, also told me that. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. Oh, Huntress! Thank you. Thank you. You know what, Trapper? You're just Debbie Downer. Every party needs a pooper. That's why they invited you, party pooper. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? Oh, you're full of yourself, bucko. Oh no, I skipped Wraith's line! That was Wraith. That sign means he was done with the game too. Okay, single click. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Oh, does he get distracted easily? So she's very calm and chillax. She's very calm, chillax. He is very aggressive, so if I want him, should I be submissive? I don't know. Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? You know you can't. At least not yet. Whew, okay, so they are, Oh yeah, not yet. Oh, so is this gonna be like a break in between the trials? Hey, Stalky, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. All right, so two of them expressed interest in killing me very quickly. So, she gets brownie points, and he gets brownie points. Unless maybe, I like to be killed. You know what I'm saying? Not you, though. This group has some questions for you. All right, yep, what are your questions? I'll answer any of spirits. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. Okay, this is a time quiz and it'll be very important later. I can handle this. Very important, okay. Or not important in a way whatsoever. Probably that one I can't. I don't... How attractive would you say you are? I'm average. I'm pretty average. I'm average. Just another face in the crowd. Another normal, meaningless life in an endless cycle. I'm sorry! What do you want from me? I think you're quite cute myself, like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. You know what? Huntress, she did express a desire to kill me, though. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Invisibility. Yeah. Why is she always disgusted with me? Sometimes I think I already am. Was flight the right answer? Flight is what I really would have picked. Man, you are a tough cookie. What was your best subject in school? My best subject was not skipping class. It would have been history. Out of these three, yes, it would have been history. To know what came before you so you're not doomed to repeat humanity's mistakes. I mean, we will always, but still. Bit of a pessimist there. But you know what? She needs an optimist in her life. I can give that to you. What's your favorite animal? Oh, this is hard. I don't know what this would be. Let me look that up real quick. Moostelid. Oh, they're cute. Between all of these, though, oh, it's so hard. I have a dog and a cat. But I'd say I had a dog and a cat, but I'd say for most of my life, I preferred cats. Definitely a cat. Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm the typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love of all things cats, and more specifically, black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. Oh, I love you. You're great. Little yandere. Mine. What's your favorite color? Green's my favorite. 3-day-old corpse. I prefer red over that, and 3-day-old corpse. I guess that's kind of green. Nobody would expect me to pick this, so I'm gonna say 3-day-old corpse. That's a pretty edgy answer, right? I'm pretty dangerous. I talk about corpses. No biggie. Those are no good to me unless they've been frozen. You'd be surprised by how quickly good meat can spoil. Or maybe you wouldn't be surprised. I'm still getting to know you. I'm getting to know you too. You seem lovely, other than the fact that you threatened to kill me. What's your dream job? I'm living it, baby, thanks to all the wonderful people watching right now. Like, subscribe, comment. It gets to like 400 likes. We'll continue the playthrough. Between all of this... Space is cool. Not that. I don't want to not work at all. I had a moment in my life in which I did not work at all, and it was the most horrible experience ever. I hate not doing nothing. Not doing anything. Whoops. Astronaut. It'd be pretty amazing to be an astronaut, I think. It's hard to imagine being further from anyone than floating in space. The cold, inky vastness of nothing. Forever. Best flavor of ice cream. Horse flesh. No. I'm basic. I like chocolate too. I like chocolate more as a teenager, but I think I'm more drifting towards vanilla and strawberry. My favorite flavor is pain. That's great, buddy. Same here. Oh. Swirled with pain. What does pain taste like? I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself. But enough about ice cream. Am I right? I don't know. Hold on a second. This reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. There was no mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator, you rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island. Even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? I've never had mint chip. Mint chip. I've heard it's really good. I'm sorry, but I'm a truther. I'm still going with vanilla. You got a reading comprehension problem? I just told you mint chip was where it's at. I prefer vanilla. You almost buy yourself a game over there, but that's right. I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control. So don't you forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Okay. God. Fine. I like mint chip. Best flavor is mint chip. But what if I, like, in the future, I don't want to listen to you and I need to confess to spirit? Huh? So obedient. You're gonna do just fine. I wonder if the ocean is the entity. Oh, Oh, no, I didn't mean to skip that. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. Can I press enter to continue? That might be better than my mouse. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. Okay. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Okay. Kindness. I don't like most things. So I have to be a pessimist for you to love me? Well, if that's what it's gonna take. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time, but the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? I know. I feel you. Tell me, what is your opinion on that Michael Myers guy, huh? Based on my personal observation, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Her dad. Well, I think she was bullied, wasn't she? I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Damn. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. You threatened to murder me. That's kind of, you're really sweet. You seem really nice. But like that whole murder thing is kind of keeping me down. I'm not gonna lie to you, Miss Huntress. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. I don't know what you mean. Grow up. Grow a body. Hey. She is missing some body parts. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever. Fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Oh, shoot. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. So she likes gross things? Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on. Otherwise, they'll do this all day. They'll want to show it off soon enough. Okay. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Okay. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat dock nearby. Yes, very large, like the rest of you is, I'm sure. Probably compensating for something. I'll give everyone a taste of my true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. Engenders? I don't know, big words. Maybe you can teach me, Wraith Man. Maybe you can teach me. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. What does Spirit want? Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Yeah, I hate being in the sun too. That actually isn't a lie because I burn really easily because I'm pale as heck. Where do you want to go? Of course, come on, Spirit. That's just the beach, right? It'd be great to relax us for a second at the lounge, but if all you other people other than you, Spirit, just want to go like play volleyball or something and just, just not be here, completely fine by me. To kick up your feet, look out over the ocean and relax on your own terms. Yeah, who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cold drink on a hot day. It's the best. It is the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. Mask-wearing psychopath. So have you been looking me up or something, huh? You've been you did a little bit of research? You did say you were a fan of history, no doubt. Well, I mean, not to brag or anything, but I got like a few masks. I got like a few knives, you know. Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it You understand me. You get it. You get it. We just need it all. Would you like to borrow my tombstone piece? I'm telling you, you don't gotta listen to any rules. She understands me. She understands me. Yeah, we should probably give her a second to calm down. No, I understand her. Oh, what are these losers doing here? Hold on. For just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators, okay? They're cute. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. Oh my. They're the only help remaining on the island. The place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic music. Flourish. None of the others survives. Thank you, narrator. Survived the interview process, I mean. Yes. I'm sure that's what you mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. A capital S always. These two have worked here for a long time, so very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. I would say probably about 6 years. Sorry, anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. You know what? That's for nerds. I'll do what I want. We don't have much autonomy around here. Okay, and... the least you can do is allow us to do our job. I will not allow you to do your job. The most you could do is help us get off this island. What? Yes, pardon me. Please, follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes, something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Death isn't an escape. Escape? Them? No, I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, yes, that's true, he was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodation than this island. Yo, does that mean... oh, man, does that mean there are more killers? It's one of those big corporate outfits. Quite exclusive where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter. Mostly when I agree with them. Not like that other island. So, what'll it be? We're going to the lounge. Hello? There she is! Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Oh, you're like some sort of scholar. I see you with that big old word, that preposterous, eh? Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a spiritual tone. Hey Siri! What does conspiritual mean? Not spiritual. God. Relating to or suggesting of a secret plan made by a group of people to do something unlawful or harmful, so you want to kill me. Maybe I will just go with Huntress. I don't know whose I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I know, God, volleyball? I actually enjoy volleyball. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. I would fake being sick sometimes to get out of school, you know? We can relate on that, right? And I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap. And when that didn't work, I tried whining. And when that didn't work, my younger self can relate to it quite a bit. I threatened to kill every single person on this island. But you like me, right? It turns out I'm not the first to toss those kind of threats around on this island. Doesn't seem like it. So, thanks, I guess, for getting a call off. Yeah, no problem. I'm here for you. Are we threatening to end each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiritual tone, his eyes shifting as he sips into a loud whisper. Please, just make it quick. What? Is that what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you the drink of your dreams? Huh? Ah! What? Why you scream? Hilarious, right? Right, Dwight? Yeah. Right. So, what'll you be having? I actually don't drink alcohol, so I don't know what any of these are, but I'll do, This sounds fancy, I'll have that. Oh, it's fruity! Perfect! Yeah, okay. My pleasure. Thank you, Dwight. That sounds nice. We used to make drinks like that back at home. I'm not asking you, Wraith. What is spirit thing? Well, not we, exactly. I watched someone drink a drink like that once. They look happy. Okay. Now's your chance to be the one with the drink. What do you say? This is some sort of juice for a child. Are there children hiding about? No, it's for adults. The kind who like, you know, tropical fun. Oh, I see. Huntress really seemed to perk up at the idea of kids being around. And it's bummed to hear there aren't any, but I'm quite glad it's just grown-ups on this island. Personally, little ones should definitely not be exposed to this. So, Huntress and I were to get together. She's really wanting a kid. Not my cup of tea, but okay, sure. We can still use it for a toast, yeah? To new adventures. To new friends. To, clink. Did you just say clink? Oh, he actually said clink, so he's a little quirky. No. Since we fulfilled your requests, it's time for you to return the favor. I should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time! And I swear, had I known they pull this kind of fox enthusiast community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. Let's go right now. I can hold my breath for a little while. You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind. I hate it. This sucks. But it could be fine, or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? Yo, aren't you dating the nurse? Kind of scandalous, Wraith. I've literally never seen him in a hat. Thank you. Yeah, shoo. It's Spirit and I. Come here, Spirit. Come here. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. Definitely not. No. Definitely not. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books, novels, comics, fictions, or none. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life. The escape into your mind. You see, I also value escape, which is why I value your company. You make me escape the whole world. Girl. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on that response. They were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Alcoholics, a lot of them. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you, Stalky, what's your desert island book? The one you'd bring if you were, well, on an island like this, which I'm at. Oh, and it has to be classic horror for reasons that should be obvious. She means because this is an island of horror villains, and also those books are also in the public domain. Thank you. Thank you. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years. So what's your favorite? Books, no thanks. Ooh. I know the tale of Dracula and Frankenstein, or, well, I know it's Frankenstein, but it's, you know, the monster. Out of all of them, I mean, I know Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's a very interesting tale itself. Oh god, if I had to pick one, I love Dracula, so we'll go Dracula. Dracula is one classic that's still scary. To be seduced by some wait, this is me. To be seduced by some beautiful stranger, only to learn later on that they're an immortal villain. It's downright thrilling. Yeah! Well, I guess, but I was going to say that despite the deviant behavior of Dracula and the threat of possible danger, even the death that he poses, you can't help but get turned on by the liberation from the status quo that he represents. God, you know me so well. It's like you're in my mind. Same here. So what if some old doctor says he's a bad boy? You're supposed to reek like garlic and sleep alone? Who did they think would buy into that? If you're gonna be trapped in the nightmare that is undead life eternal, which I know a little something about, you could do a lot worse than great clothes, a castle, and a lover who doesn't take shit from anyone. Well said. Well said. The scariest part of Dracula is thinking that no one will ever be quite as interesting to make love to as a vampire. That shifting might come in handy. I mean, enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mask covered eye, okay? Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. Great idea! Trickster, isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello, and who is this new fan in the waiting? Beat it, Hack. I agree. I don't know, what's the harm in inviting one more person? This is not me! This is not me! Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea while also teasing the secret Trickster ending. I don't want it. I've got much, much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. But of course, if everyone wants to see that, then like 2,000 likes and we'll just like finish the whole thing. All right. Doodle-doo! The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap. Spit, that is. Oh, so I kiss them. But let's be clear. This ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view of the public eye. Real romantic-like. Okay. Yes, romance is the goal, so we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. So you want to imagine it. All right, Claudia. Like adults. Romantic, well-adjusted adults. I am very adult. That is what I'm all about, Dwight. You don't have to worry about me. Stalky, you're up. Thank you. You grip the bottle in your hand and put your feet in the hands of the empty bottle gods. All right. Minigames consist of 2 parts on top of a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. Okay. A pointer which rotates in a clockwise. Okay, so we'll go woo. To the bottom, you're going to be pointing at. Okay. It's special, perfect for the less coordinated because there is no winning or losing. Okay. That's the result. Okay. Don't tell them. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? I am ready. Ready? Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. Give me spirit. Oh, wait. Spirit. No! Oh, it's not. No! No! You two aren't meant to be. No, we're not. No! No! First to get it 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle on this line. Okay, I didn't know if it would like keep spinning a little bit. Okay. Oh, it's kind of fast. That's... No! 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 I don't want Trapper! He's my least favorite! I don't want Trapper! Trapper's your true match? No, he's not. You're waking up and surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking glistening on his skin. No! He begins to reach for you, putting his hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way he is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try and lock lips in this state, you might gross him out so completely that he'll never be able to look at you romantically ever. That's fine. Trapper, you. This guy is not me. This guy is not me. This guy is so full of himself. Okay. Save it. It's not happening. Don't cry. I know to get this close to a living god and then feel the sting of his rejection, it must hurt bad. But don't take it personally. Well, do, but use it to make yourself stronger. I kind of like that mentality, though. I like that mentality. It's not because I don't want to. It's because you haven't earned it yet. You might. Later. For now, it can't be that easy. Sure, maybe with one of the others. They're weak, sad, lonely. Not me. I don't need this. It's mine to give or to withhold. You really dodged a bullet. This means you'll have a chance to present yourself in a bit more flattering of a light later, assuming you survive. So, am I gonna have to like play a game of DBD or something? Are they gonna try and kill me? I'm not ashamed to tell you that I think you're cute. I would make out with you so hard, your heart would cave in if I wanted to, and I do, but I still won't. Are you like insecure? Oh, spoopy. Tell anyone I told you this and you die. They die, and then I have you all revived and kill you again. If anyone asks, I was the best you ever had, which I might just be another time. I hate to break up such a passionate moment. Thank you, Dwight. That we only assume was passionate because we never spy on you constantly while you stay on the island. Thank you, Claudette. But dinner is being served right away. We must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation when there are so many more interesting things to die from. Thanks, Dwight. I guess. Seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quaint. You're expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. That's fine. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on the cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's a very limited seating directly around you. And oh, great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Everyone, if you are not spirit, get away. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. That is valid. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. I wouldn't want to sit next to Trickster either. Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprise? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expected Stir. I'm sorry. Even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Stalky. Real good. Thanks. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. Why? Their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table. They sit side by side. This will be some kind of minigame, right? Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Okay? Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Every error I see. Okay. Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Okay. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Is Spirit next to me? Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and careful with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Thank you, Dwight. Hey! You didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Now it's gonna be like, is Bubba's cooking? Seasoned with a specific number of herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which, you know, considering what we've been up to, who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping, let's eat. Hey Stalky, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? On several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? Okay. When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. Yeah. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meat. Wow, he's right for a change, because I am with my broadaxe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. I'm surprised you know that word. First, who says twain? Sometimes, I swear, it's like we're all from a completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least, it's clean when the meat is cooked, no blood. Ugh, you two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough! Grow up! Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obvs. I do prefer your katana. It's pretty sick. The hell it is! Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop! Please, I hate it when we fight, or talk, or when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azarov. Great, instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Stalky, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. Oh, God. I mean dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued who had the most effective weapon for 72 straight hours. It doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they're always terrified of tetanus. Which, you know, that is fair. That's fair. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Is it Jabin's? 2 parts on top of point, which rotates in clockwise direction. Target gonna... Okay, so skill checks. It's hidden until the pointer... Oh, interesting. And you will lose to achieve land on the target, not... Wait. Land on at the start of the target area, not the end. Okay. Repeat that. I got it. Ready. Away we go. Slice. Up. Not bad. Okay, that was good. Not bad. Oh, this is hard. Machetes are dumb. You know what? Katanas are cool. What do you think about kitchen knives, though? Excuse me. Let me read the whole thing. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Spirit. You. Thank you. Give me blush. Dinner is served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean, come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make the night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The 2 best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. And that also doesn't sound that great. Eating's kind of fun. Think about it, Stalky. Number 2 is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. Wait, so you've never actually eaten? You never even tried? You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. You see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. I don't know about that. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. Oh. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Wraith liked birds, so that's probably Wraith. Well, what would I do? I should just do what I would do. Would I apologize? I would apologize to Dwight and Claudette, probably, so I'll say I'm sorry. Actually, it's not the food or the company. I'm just super self-conscious how I look when I eat. That is not true. I am a speedy eater, no matter where or when I am at. My girlfriend can attest I am a messy eater. I was just pretending to be grossed out by dinner, so I'd have an excuse not to chew in front of everyone. Sorry if that made things awkward. I'm actually extremely hungry. Yeah, watching people eat is gross, but try to relax and not worry what everyone thinks. It's so important to always remember people are watching you, judging you, definitely not ignoring you, right? Guys, is anyone listening to me? Typically, a group that includes one, if not more, cannibals staring at you with meat juice dripping from their chins would be quite scary. However, right now, you're barely able to keep your head up, let alone get scared and run away. I'm a narrator, not a physician, so please don't take this as medical advice, but I'm pretty sure you need to eat to stay alive. Oh hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide, narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Huh. Not sure how I feel about the characterization, but I'll allow it. Maybe he's the entity, the narrator. I brought you here. Nope, this is the entity. And I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path. Or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Not many of them lead to your demise. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were. Am I right? But this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Well, I was interested in the game. Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious, I gotta give it up to this Ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Thank you, Ocean. Hold on, I'm back! One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. This is definitely the entity. That's clearly the entity. You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Spirit. So staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feelings inside me that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. Yes. Yes. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look out into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Maybe I can help her get over this revenge fascination. I can help you, Spirit. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? You found someone special. You found someone special, you've always been alone. Also, you've always been alone. Maybe it's Spirit's words, maybe it's the ocean, or maybe it has always been this way. You suddenly feel connected to Spirit's words. That sounds... I may not remember much about my life before, but there's one thing I know to be true. I've always been alone. And I always will be alone. Oh, yeah. Hook, line, and sinker. Spirit is turned from looking at the ocean, is looking directly at you now. It's a funny idea, isn't it? Being alone. Together. Yeah, of course. It's the best we can hope for. Maybe. Or maybe it's too much to hope for. Maybe it's impossible to pretend we know anything. Is that just arrogance? You're so deep. Ugh. I was so dumb. So busy trying to please everyone and be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself, and now I'm all I've got. Damn straight, girl. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny. The purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but... Spirit looks around to see if there's anyone else on the beach. When she's convinced that it's only you two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it. When I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid. That sounds badass. Right? But I didn't let it out, and then I, chop chop. And now that dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside you, stranger? Well, guts, organs, blood, things that you probably want out. I guess then we'd be matching though, right? Ha 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 ha. Nothing but darkness. I think this is kind of fitting. A lot of you are going to be like, what? But in the perspective of I'm a Michael Myers main, evil incarnate. I'd kill to have a dragon. Maybe not the best choice of words. I mean, a dragon sounds awesome, honestly. Though I don't feel like I've got anything inside me, all just darkness. Never-ending darkness. Here I thought Spirit was the biggest goth on the island until you arrived! Ding, ding, ding! Perhaps I could light a torch and search through that dark... Oh! Yeah? Yeah, Spirit? Yeah? Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary. Shut up, I'm with Spirit, okay? And attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. You know what? You're starting to tick me off, Dwight. That's strictly slotted in after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Okay, God. Playing sick? No, I was... No time for excuses. Well, you know what? You're a bit of a Debbie Downer, Dwight. You're a bit of a Debbie Downer. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for what comes after the flirting. Go, go, go! Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry. You hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities. I'm sorry. And we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling me that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh, great. We have to decide as a group. That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule even once? Thanks for backing me up, girl. Damn it, Donald. If you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick and then I'll drown you in his blood. Cynthia. Fuss and Muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. Who is Donald and who's Cynthia? We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. All right, nobody. He calls him nobody. But we still got to get started on story time, so... Who do you think? That's... That's a name. That is a name. Please pick someone quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Come on. I want to hear more about my girl. I choose you, Spirit. Is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the cat. Oh my goodness, you actually made a Pokemon reference. Wow, hey, we were doing that. That's cute. Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets to her feet from the fact. A small part of me did think Spirit might get upset about it. Because she's an introvert. I need to start thinking like an introvert. She's great with ghost stories. I do like ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with the scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing, even to me. And I literally pulled a guy's skull and spine out once with my bare hands. Talk about bullshit stories. If everyone else is going to chit-chat, I guess I can just sit down and... Huntress's eyes go red behind her mask, and both Trapper and Wraith take their seat. They know when it's worth fighting and when it's not. Well, I hate to break it to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance, because you're feeling it, right? You feeling it? Too late now, though. I was selected, and so I'm going to tell my story. I call it The Prisoner's Kiss. You notice that Huntress and Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. It was a dark summer night. Warm rain seeped from the skyline, blood from an old wound. Detective Hada, a celebrated investigator, a renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence, unlike anything she had ever seen before. When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather. A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, in the middle of a busy market, had appeared a giant box. Strange, alien in its appearance, and massive in size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area, how could something like this just appear? It was as if conjured by magic. But this was no illusion. The huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. Spirit pauses her story to look from face to face of each audience member. She has no expression, but you feel her vibration with energy. She's in her element. "Help me!" cried someone inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. By now it was as if every detective in the city was there, looking this strange structure up, down, inspecting it on every side. It didn't make sense. There were no doors, no windows, no fasteners, or seams. It was completely solid and much too heavy to move by hand. Solid, that is, except for a single small slit, just enough to see the bloodshot eyes of the prisoner trapped inside. "I don't know what happened. I woke up and here I was so scared. Please help me," cried the man as if pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hada comforted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy time for the other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety, as the night dragged on with no progress opening the box. And as the night grew longer, the seeping rain puddling on the ground, the man inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hada was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her, like it never had before. "Don't let me die in here," the man begged. "Don't let me die alone." "Stay calm," instructed Detective Hada. "You're not alone. I'm here. Hell, half the town is here. We're all in this together, and we won't let this be the end of your story." Oh, she's crying. Looking through that narrowest of passageways, Detective Hada watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of the strange, sad prisoner. Together, they both wept in silence at the hopelessness at the moment. "Promise?" asked the man. "Promise that I'm not alone?" "Yes," she promised. "I do." A simple pledge. She felt an instant connection like she had never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any of the other hostages she had worked so hard to free before. And so when the man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hada, for she knew he would return, and he did, pressing his lips up to the narrow slit in the horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, steam flowing from his mouth as he asked, "Promise? Promise that I'm not alone?" "Yes," she promised. "I do." And pressing her palms against the cold outside of the box, without truly knowing why, Detective Hada leaned forward and placed her own lips up to the opening, letting her breath creep into this strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall on this man's. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion. She could feel in this brief contact the beating of her heart, pulsing blood through every inch of her body matched beat for beat in this soft touch. "Thank you," said the man, no trace of fear remaining in his voice. and he backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. "Get back!" yelled an officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hada and the box, breaking a silence that would soon be filled by a cacophony of whirring gears and clicking latches, a symphony of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something had triggered, as if an unseen lever pulled, and on the side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hada gripped her flashlight tightly and pushed forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in the puddle rainwater, her heart racing as she swept her light from side to side. And that's when her eyes landed on the man, or at least landed on what should have been him. There, in the corner of the box, was a pile of pieces, like parts of doll almost pulled apart, or perhaps that's just how Detective Hada had to think of him in the moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces disconnected from one another, cleanly severed, and placed in a neat little pile. And atop that pile, a head, cold, pale, eyes open, lips in icy blue. Spirit stares at the fire, her own expression lifeless, her lips blue, tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand at her feet. You're blown away by this story, and it's safe to say you're not alone. Everyone else is looking into the fire or up at the sky, anywhere but at Spirit. It was you who chose her, you who initiated this harrowing tale, so sad, so creepy, so sensual. She really went into great detail, and when it came to describing that kiss, too much detail, and now no one is sure to act. Dwight and Claudette are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. This game was supposed to be a lighthearted romp. Please. I said to do something. Cool story. Stand up and try to start one of the slow claps. No, we're gonna give her a hug. You stand and without saying anything, approach Spirit, reaching your arms around her for a hug. Her robe, hovering in the air, begins to wrap itself around you and squeeze you into her. It's some kind of like being hugged back, but also like being tied up. It's certainly not what you expected. Instinctually, you pull yourself away, but it's an awkward movement and you nearly fall into the fire. Spirit says nothing and floats away without so much as a goodbye. You, meanwhile, realize everyone had just been watching this truly strange interaction from the corners of their eyes. On that note, everyone describes it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit, so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Stricter shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey, baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. Great. I know you've been hearing from all these guppies all day, but I want you to hear from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Spirit approaches you. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. This fog that follows me around. I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted at the piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day, even when you're a god, I mean a narrator. You're doing it again, right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with me. Dipping in hot tubs with the Spirit. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her and offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. bro. Forget you. Forget you. You and your storyteller friend slips in the water. And that's also where we're actually going to be ending it for today's video. If you want to see more, if you want to see that hot, spicy hot tub spirit action, subscribe to let me know that you want to see it again. Like for further showing that you would like to see more of this playthrough, and comment telling me you would like to see more of this playthrough. Basically, just let me know you want to see more by doing the subscribe, like, comment, all the basic YouTube stuff. But thank you guys. I'm quite enjoying the playthrough so far. I'm excited to get to this hot, spicy spirit action. I hope you guys are also excited. But with that, that is all the time I have for today. Thank you all very much for being here. Take care, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.